you could be seated for just a moment. We've got some things we want to do that I think are extremely appropriate for us this morning to do. What a rich history our congregation has. Steve and I have been privileged to be serving now in a little over 5 years in our 6th year together. They said it would never work, Steve. I know it. What can I say? And probably the greatest thing about Steve and I as pastors of this congregation, now we had Donna serving with us too, and now we've got Cho serving with us, is our lovely wives. All right, okay. So Donna, would you and Brenda okay, stand up, okay, here with us. Come on, stand up. Don't be bashful. I can embarrass you. And Daryl, you get to stand up. All right. Okay, all right. God bless you. Okay. All right. We appreciate them so much, and they give a lot of time, a lot of talent. Daryl was so tired last night as our youth group was doing face painting. He said he didn't know if he could ever paint another face or not last night when I saw him late last night. We have some folks, and we have a great diversity within our congregation of age and of membership and of those who have been here for a long time. Now, you help me out, and I really want to recognize these folks so very much this morning. If you joined this church in the 30s and have been a part of this congregation since the 30s, would you stand up? Now, we got one, I know. There he is. All right. Brother Frank. All right. Now, Frank, you stand up. You stay up there just a minute because, Frank, you've been a member here since 1937. Is that correct? Isn't that exciting?
Well, I was real young then, and I got baptized down to Colic. If I know where the Colic is, that's down on Newfield Road. But that's about it.
All right. Well, God bless you, Frank. Well, that's exciting, and we're glad that you're still a part, an active part of this congregation, along with your lovely wife, Mildred. Now, Mildred, why don't you go ahead and stand up, too? All right. Now, how long have you guys been married now?
67 years.
How long?
67 years.
All right. How about that? God bless you all. All right. You can be seated now. I just thought that was very, very special, isn't it? Frank could tell you some stories on some preachers, couldn't he, Homer? All right, okay. And we'll get Brother Carter here in just a few moments here. All right. But that's a great blessing. If you became a part of this congregation in the 40s, would you stand? All right. How about that? All right. How about the 50s? 50s. All right. That's wonderful. Great. How about those wild 60s? Okay. All right. We got some 60s here. All right. Why, Sonny, you're only 37. How could you have joined the 60s? Okay. All right. How about the 70s? It's part of our 70s. Okay. Great. Okay. 80s. Well, when you've been around as long as we have, you got, okay, there we go. We got some from the 80s. 90s. There's some 90s here. And how about some of you that came along as I did in the turn of the millennium here in the first century here, first decade of this century? All right. Okay. How about you all here? Okay. Okay. Since 2000. Okay. Now, how many of you are going to join today? Stand up. No, okay. Well, I just thought I'd give that a whirl. Okay. And give that a try. But we are so privileged to have all of you with us. Following the service this morning, as Cho has reminded us, Cho came on staff with us as an intern, now serving as an associate pastor, the young man up here with great hairstyling that was here early doing our early announcements. And And so we're so thrilled to have him with us also. The congregation has been served by a lot of wonderful pastors, a lot of wonderful staff, and a lot of wonderful pastors' wives and others and families throughout the years, and others who have surrendered to the ministry here in a lot of ways. And so we're excited about having some of them here at this part of it. Matter of fact, I think the first pastor that we have listing on our list here, there's many, many more. I think, as Frank said, he was baptized in 37. Brother L.B. Snyder, I think, baptized you, right? And also Sylvia Kelly, who is not able to be with us, was baptized by Brother Snyder. And so that's kind of a special. Now, Steve, did we have a letter from Pastor Case, J.V. Case? I think you said you were going to share with us today.
J.V. Case was pastor 1940 to 1944. And he's still alive, folks.
You can survive.
To the First Baptist Church of Junction City, Kentucky, dear fellow Christians, it was good to hear from you concerning your homecoming celebration. I surely would like to be there, but will not be able to do so. I had my 92nd birthday on July 26th and would not want to make a trip that far alone. I live alone and am able to do most of what I desire to do. I still drive my car and am actively engaged in the life of our church. The church there was one of my early pastorates beginning in 1940. I served for 2 years as a seminary student. We worshiped in a one-room building and had services twice a month. In 1941, the church voted to have churches every Sunday. Even though we only had one room, we still had Sunday school, church training, vacation Bible school, and study courses. Then in 1942, when I graduated from seminary, I chose to remain as pastor. The church had been so good to me, I wanted to help them some more. Joe and I were married in June of 1942 and went to housekeeping there, and we lived there until April of 1944. The experiences that I had at Junction City helped me grow and helped me in ways that were beneficial in my ministry later. I have been preaching for over 70 years. The Lord has been so good to me. Blessings on you as you continue to be a lighthouse for the Lord. Sincerely yours, J.V. Case.
Amen. Thank you, Brother Steve, for sharing that with us today. We also have several other pastors who have served, and as I was looking over the list, and there's a list out in a plaque that is out in our vestibule that's very special. I came across the name Bob Fitz, who pastored here in 1949 to 1950. I don't know how many of you remember Bob Fitz. Some of you. Reason that name stood out to me, he was my Old Testament professor many years ago. Brother Fitz challenged me in a lot of ways, and I loved that when I first saw that some time ago and seeing that.